The Public Enterprises Department has withdrawn from the Leadership Consultative Forum. The forum was formed to facilitate talks with SAA employees as the airline develops a new operating model after restructuring. The department has announced its immediate withdrawal, saying the forum no longer serves its intended purpose. For more on that, we're now joined by ENCA's Heidi Jacas. Heidi, exactly what reasons have the DPE cited for withdrawing from the LCF?
So essentially, Annalie, what this means is that the Department of Public Enterprises is withdrawing itself from a compact forum that was formed between the department, unions and workers of SAA. And the reason for this establishment, for the reason why this was formed, was to basically make things a lot easier for the department, for the business rescue practitioners of SAA, and specifically the workers, after it appeared as though the business rescue practitioners and the workers of SAA were not able to come to some kind of agreement when it came to the elements in the business rescue plan. So that has significantly that has dropped, and that compact has gone away with, if I can put it that way. And the reason that the reasons they are citing is because the three unions, specifically NUMSA, SAC, and the Pilots Association, went against the requirements and the mandate of that compact forum. And they are accusing the unions of saying that instead of creating conditions, I'm going to read from the statement, instead of creating conditions for attracting investment, the three unions have put SAA on a path towards possible liquidation. So they are saying that instead of us working together and creating a proper compact to solve the problem and the problems put on the table, instead the three unions have gone ahead and said, actually, we are not going to support this business rescue plan. It should not be adopted on the 26th of July. It was supposed to be adopted then. It's now been postponed to the 4th of July. So they are saying that because of the actions taken by these three unions, they are going to immediately withdraw from that compact.
So the Department of Public Enterprises is essentially saying also in that same statement that the actions of these three unions were anti-workers. They showed an anti-workers stance, and that essentially by adding their voices to a call for the creditors meeting to be postponed, they sided themselves with a competitor who stands to gain substantially from the failure of the business rescue plan of SAA. What's that all about?
Yes, so just to bring this into context, last week we saw a creditors meeting that was set to take place for the creditors involved in SAA, the workers, the unions, all parties that had been affected by this business rescue plan. They were set to vote on the business rescue plan that was proposed by the business rescue practitioners. It's been submitted, but that needs to, of course, be voted on. We did see that SA Airlink submitted a urgent court application at the last hour to say that that creditors meeting should not happen, and in actual fact the airline should be liquidated. They lost that application in the High Court, but the three unions in fact supported that application and said that there needs to be more time for the unions and all affected parties to look at the business rescue plan before it's voted on. When the creditors meeting was set to take place the next day, a number of creditors, which included Airlink and the three unions, NUMSA, SACA, and the Pilots Association, then asked for an adjournment to say that instead of the plan being voted on the 26th of July, it should be voted on the 26th of June, it should be voted on the 14th of July. So the department is saying because the unions have done that, they have basically jeopardized the plan, the business rescue plan, from being adopted as soon as possible. They are putting potential investors, there's a risk from pushing away potential investors, and they're putting jobs on the line because they need to implement this business rescue plan. The plan has certain steps that need to happen as soon as possible, and because that creditors meeting has been moved to the 14th of July, the department is saying that the unions have added basically to the troubles that SAA is facing at the moment.
Heidi, quickly, before I let you go, I think we have less than a minute. Can the process of the business rescue plan being implemented continue without the Department of Public Enterprises taking part in this leadership consultative forum?
Well, basically, the department is the shareholder, so they have the ultimate say when it comes to if they're going to fund this. The business rescue practitioners are very independent, and they basically need to rescue the airline, but they need to do that with funding from government, because we know that lenders are not forthcoming, even though there are potential investors. So it goes hand in hand. You need the business rescue practitioners and the department to work together. But this leadership compact forum was established to make it an easy transition between the workers and the department to say that, let's sit around the table and have a discussion. Let's see how we can make things a little better in terms of job losses and this business rescue plan being adopted. So essentially what the department is saying is we are not going to work with the three unions that seem to have jeopardized this compact forum, and they are going to just continue with the process on the side.
All right, thank you very much for that, Heidi Jokos. I know we are trying to get comment from the Department of Public Enterprises for you.